Hey there guys, following on from my recent posts I've been doing for you here about learning your fretboard inside and out. What I'm going to talk about today is how you go about connecting scales. Now what I'm going to show you here is the similar sort of process that we used earlier in my lessons that I've been doing here on YouTube about connecting the pentatonic scales. What we're going to do now, we're going to do that with 3 notes per string modal scales. So what this will assume, or not necessarily assume, if you don't know all of your 3 notes per string scales, I did show you how to learn that in the last lesson I did here. I only did one shape of the natural minor scale, which looks like this. What I did though, I told you the full process that I would use and I would go through so that you can learn all of the shapes. There's loads and loads of different ways that you can get hold of the material for doing that at Cutting Edge Guitar or anywhere else around the internet, I suppose, where you want to go and get that. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, learning those 3 notes per string scales is kind of a prerequisite to being able to connect them up all over the neck. What you don't know, you can't use. It's that simple. So let's imagine that you've actually got those shapes down and you know them all the way up and down the fretboard. There are 7 shapes of the A natural minor scale in 3 notes per string. And quite simply, learning how to connect them up before you can start improvising with them and all of that, you want to play an exercise where you go up the lowest shape that you can play on the neck. So don't start from the A. If you start from the A, you'll always start from the A. So I would start from the lowest note so that we can span the entire fretboard, okay? The lowest note in our case is an F. So what you do is play that full 3 notes per string shape straight up. It would look like this. Once you've done that, you would then want to immediately move into the next shape by literally sliding your hand into the next position and come down the next shape, which looks like this. Then of course you'd carry that on into the next shape, go up, into the next shape and come down, into the next shape and go up, etc, etc. Really straightforward. So I'm going to keep this video really short for you guys, but let's just recap so that you actually understand the entire process. Before you can start connecting the shapes up, you need to know the individual shapes. So you learn all of the shapes in 3 notes per string. Then what you do once you've learned them, you will take the lowest shape for whatever scale it is you're doing, because you could do this for Mixolydian, Dorian, like any mode of the major scale. You can do it in melodic minor modes, harmonic minor modes. You do it however you want. You can also do this in lots of different keys, and I would recommend that when you're just starting out with this stuff, doing it in different keys is a good idea, because then when you get to a point where you can just improvise with this stuff, you'll naturally be going in and out of all of the shapes anyway. For example, you're putting on a D minor backing track, you'll be moving all around the shapes, using vocabulary that you've built and all of that sort of stuff in D minor. So you just keep it all going. But the point is, what you do is you go up the lowest shape, then move into the next shape and come down. And you want to try and do that continuously like this. Etc, etc. Try doing it to a metronome, or try doing it to a backing track of choice if you want to try and make it as fun as possible for yourself by doing it to backing tracks. I think that's a really good idea. Okay guys, that's it for this session. Hope you found it helpful. If you're looking for more help about your guitar playing right now, do check out the links in my bio. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another lesson sometime soon. Take care.